Okay, remember the rice water method? And it turned out we were all doing it wrong. And it originally came from the Red Yao Women in China, so I researched into how they actually make it, and it turned out they had this particular process with these special ingredients, and so I tried making it myself, but it wasn't quite the same. Well, in this jar, I have the actual fermented rice water that the Red Yao Women actually made, sent all the way from the village of Longhii, China. What? I'm honoured. This stuff is so special. They've been making it for centuries, and now I actually have this. It's actually available. You can actually buy it. I am so honoured to have this and be able to try it. Turns out a company that work with them saw that video that I made, and they have sent me the real deal. So let's try it. Full disclosure, this was originally meant to be a sponsored segment in my last video, but I was so impressed by what they're doing, I had to make a whole video about it. So thank you Yao Secret for sponsoring this video and for supporting the Red Yao Women in Longhii. So I've done a little bit of research into the science behind rice water. So let's put this on my hair, and then we're going to unpack how and why rice water benefits the hair. So I'm going to do this all upside down over my bath. So I'm first brushing through my hair to gently detangle with this wooden brush that they sent me. Then I'm applying the rice water just like the Yao Women do, upside down and over a container to make sure I don't waste any of this precious mixture. This stuff is really special, and I don't want it to just drain down the sink whilst I'm pouring it on my head. Also, I thought I'd try out this scalp application bottle, which worked really well. Also, I found that filling up the bowl was actually easier to saturate the length of my hair. I'm getting the hair completely soaked and saturated, then I'm going to leave this on my hair for 15 minutes before rinsing off and washing as normal. So if you don't already know, the Red Yao Women in China are known for their ability to grow incredibly long, strong, healthy hair, which they only cut once in their life when they're 18 during this annual hair festival that they have, which funnily enough, I think is actually happening around the same time that I upload this video. They've actually been in the Guinness World Book of Records for how long their hair is. But how? How did they grow their hair so long? Well, it's likely to be a combination of genetics, cultural differences, their environment, their lifestyle, their diet, and the very special way that they wash their hair with fermented rice water throughout their entire life. And this is no ordinary rice water that people make on the internet. This is a special, very potent recipe that they make using specific local ingredients that we just can't really get in the rest of the world. But you can now actually buy it. You can actually buy the real mixture that they make in the village of Longhii, China. The Red Yao Women actually made this with the ingredients that come from their land. I'm shook. I'm shook. So obviously the link is below, but we're going to talk more about that later. So how did this mixture differ from the one I tried to make back about 5 years ago now? It was much more pigmented in colour, a lot more potent, and it also had this sort of cloudiness, this sort of sediment, so that when you shook it up, you could see all of the tiny little fibres from all of the ingredients. You can see all the little bits of tea bran and leaves that they use. Isn't that incredible? That is all the good stuff that they use. Also, it felt really slippery, which is a nice sign. I did notice this as well when I made my own. It had this slippery sort of texture, kind of had like a silky texture. It also had a very unique smell. I kind of liked the smell, but it's not a fragrant smell. It smells like some good stuff that's been fermented. Like, it smells fermented. It smells almost as if it could be a salad dressing. It was not a putrid smell. It just smelled natural. Just looked like it was packed with good stuff, which made me feel really sad to pour it down the drain when I was finished with it. I feel like potentially you could reuse it, but just, you know, probably seal it, refrigerate it. The Yao Women credit this mixture to why their hair is able to stay so long, strong and healthy throughout their whole life. They even don't start to go grey until their 80s. Again, this could be a variety of reasons, but I just think it's so cool. So exactly why rice water is great for the hair is a little bit mysterious, because the studies that have been done are few and far between, and they're quite limited. So a lot of it is anecdotal from communities that have passed down their own experience, their results, their recipes through generations. And they wouldn't do this for no reason. Rice water is packed with proteins, minerals, vitamins, which can help strengthen the hair, nourish the scalp, and add shine. And according to this Cleveland Clinic article, dermatologist Dr. Vij explains, the starch from rice water acts like a conditioner conditioner. It lays on the outer follicle of the hair, which is called the cuticle, and it works to prevent the follicles from rubbing against each other and fraying or breaking. So this could be why the Yao women are able to keep their hair so long and strong with minimal breakage throughout their lifetime, as well as other genetic factors too. But it obviously must help, otherwise they wouldn't do it. Rice water also contains an antioxidant called inositol, which I also spoke about in the last video. And inositol does have some evidence to suggest that it can help increase hair growth in the anagen phase, which is the hair growth phase. But again, research is limited and the studies are actually quite tricky to read. It was quite hard to deduce, is that a word? What the actual results were. And in the study that I read, it was mixed with phytic acid. Anyway, I've linked all my sources below. But there's no denying that rice water, at least fermented rice water, is packed with good stuff. So it's worth a try. Are you ready to hear the ingredients of the original fermented rice water recipe? Longhii fermented rice water. This is made using the rice from their paddocks. The soil there is extremely nutrient rich and all their water is spring water. So this is basically probably like the highest quality rice you can get. Pomelo peels. I found out that the closest thing to pomelo is grapefruit, so that's how I made mine, but pomelo is the original. Chinese honey locust, ginger, tea bran, soap berries, I assume is kind of like soap nuts, so it's what gives it its cleansing ability. Chinese thuja, fleece flower root, ivy leaves, mulberry leaves, and maple leaves. And they ferment this for, I believe, 2 to 4 weeks. Now the fermentation is actually a really important step because it actually increases the potency of the nutrients. And I also found out that fermenting makes the mixture more acidic, which, as we learned from my apple cider vinegar video all those years ago, acidity can help close the cuticle, which helps the hair look more shiny and feel smoother. In fact, some of the most healthy foods in the world are fermented. Think kombucha, kefir, sauerkraut. These are all packed with probiotics and nutrients, which are also actually really good for your gut. Obviously, you're not going to be eating or drinking this rice water, but it's going on your scalp, so it's absorbing into your skin. I've been trying to add more fermented foods into my diet because there's so many benefits to fermented foods. I just love anything fermented. So the only way to actually try the Yao Women's actual recipe that they make currently is by a company called Yao Secret. I was actually very impressed by this company because they work directly with the Yao Women. Really natural, really high quality. They're also very eco-conscious, so these bottles are recycled and the rest of the packaging is all paper and cardboard. Their hair products are wooden. Freaking love these. I'm gonna have to talk about these at the end of the video, but I've wanted to switch to wooden hair products for a long time now, and these are so good. They sent me loads and I'm just over the moon. Hi darling. There's a cat. They also provide a lot of jobs for the Yao women in the longhii community, and they compensate them fairly, which results in higher quality products and helps support their small businesses. This was made by one of the actual Yao women in Longhii, China. I'm like actually so honoured to own this. They're all made authentically and they're all paid fairly, but I just think this is so cool. It's actually a really nice little memento of my YouTube journey as well, because obviously making that video all those years ago, I don't really wear bandanas very often, but it is quite cute. I think I'm probably gonna like frame this or use it as decoration because how cool is that? They also sent me their fermented rice water and shampoo bars. So this is what I used after the rice water rinse, and I also used these yesterday and I did the overnight blowout rods. That's a video for another day, but hair is popping today. These are ethically made, cruelty-free, pH balanced. They contain no harsh chemicals or surfactants. So they're a really nice, gentle way to cleanse and nourish your hair with the benefits from the fermented rice water. They come in these little bags, which you can hang so they can drip dry. It really helps create a really lovely lather for the shampoo. And for the conditioner, I just kind of rub it between my hands, and sometimes I actually rub the conditioner bar on my hair. So I'll go with the cuticle downward, not against the cuticle. And then I just squish it in like I would do with my normal conditioner, clip it up for a few minutes to soak in, and then rinse out. So the results. Here is my hair after using the rice water and wash products for the first time. So as you can see, my hair is super smooth. It is really soft as well. And actually also it's really quite shiny, which although blow drying it straight, adding oil and stuff, it does add shine. Sometimes my hair is shinier than other times. But yeah, I can definitely see a considerable amount of sheen to my hair. today. Okay, so you'll have to be forgiving in this footage because this is right before I got a trim. My ends were really atrocious, but just ignore that. My hair did feel soft and smooth, and you can see that it has a really nice sheen to it, although in this footage there's not like very good lighting, so you can't see the shine so much. I tend to style my hair like this most times I wash it. I just do a very quick upside down blow dry with a round brush to get it like fairly straight. I find this way is just quicker and it uses less heat, it's less direct heat contact with my hair. It's what I've been doing lately. I do have to say though, my favourite products that Yao Secret sent me are actually the hairbrushes, which I'm very surprised at. I have been wanting to switch to wooden hairbrushes for quite a while now. There's just a variety of reasons. They're a lot more gentle and they're actually really good at massaging your scalp as well with the wooden paddle brushes. They're more eco-friendly. I'm just slowly trying to cut out plastic where I can. Originally I thought, oh, there's probably not going to be much difference using a wooden hair comb than a plastic hair comb, but I was actually really surprised. These wooden ones seem to glide through my hair a lot easier, which is why I've been enjoying them so much. They're ethically made from Vera wood in the city of Geelong, which is where a lot of the Yao women reside. Something about using a wooden hairbrush, I don't know what it is, it just kind of hits different. It just feels so wholesome. I don't know, because of the way they're made and the quality of the finish, they have this protective coating over them which makes them so smooth, and they're like really durable, so I freaking love these things. Also, wooden hair products are just generally gentler on your hair, on your scalp, and they help distribute oils. I also forgot to mention about these is they actually have a scent. They have this really nice beautiful wood aroma. It kind of almost smells like it could be like an ingredient in a men's cologne, like that kind of sandalwood, very slight sort of peppery smell. It's very slight, but it's really lovely smell. Freaking love these brushes. I've been using them since they arrived. My favorite has been the paddle brush because I can actually like press it into my scalp as I'm brushing my hair, and I don't have to worry that it's tearing or scratching my scalp because the bristles are so like smooth, nobular. I've also really been liking their wide-toothed comb, and this one, I've kind of been experimenting with all of them. Also really like their massage tool. At first, I wasn't actually sure how to use this, but then I found out that there's actually no particular way to use this. You can use it however you want, and it looks like, oh, that won't feel very good, but oh my god. It is actually, it feels really nice. So I've been using it recently. You can also like use it on the neck. It has all of these, oh, it just feels really good. So yeah, this is their wooden gua sha. I don't know, there's something about using wood that just feels kind of more special. They also have these hair sticks. I'm gonna have some fun playing around with these as well. So if you did want to try out the real Red Yao Women rice water for yourself, you can buy it through the link below. All of the other products are used in this video. They're all available from Yao Secret. If you learned something new in this video, please give it a like. A huge thank you to Yao Secret and the Yao Women for creating these incredible products. If you want to see the original video I made, I will leave that one right up here. Here is a video that YouTube thinks you might like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.